Welcome back to Jazzy Ho Chelsea Hub, your home for bold, honest, and passionate Chelsea analysis. If you're new here, make sure you smash that subscribe button, drop a like, and turn on notifications so you never miss a breakdown. We don't sugarcoat here, or we talk real football. Now today, we need to address two serious conversations around this Chelsea team. One, the Pedro Neto disrespect. Two, what's really going on with Garnacho under Liam Rosenior. And trust me, this one is deep. Let's get into it. Imagine putting up 15 goal contributions in a season and still being doubted every single week. That's the story of Pedro Neto this season. 15 direct goal involvements. Not potential, not vibes, not he looks sharp. Output. And yet you still hear he's not Chelsea level. He's inconsistent. We need an upgrade. But let's slow down and analyze properly. What does Neto actually bring? He stretches the pitch. He pins fullbacks deep. He drives at defenders. He forces teams backwards. He creates chaos in wide areas. And in modern football, especially in the Premier League, that kind of vertical threat is gold. Every top team needs someone who disrupts structure. And that's what Neto does. He disrupts. He's explosive, direct, aggressive in his approach. He doesn't recycle possession safely every time. He takes risks. And attackers who take risks will naturally have ups and downs. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If Pedro Neto was putting up 15 goal contributions at another Premier League club, let's say at Arsenal, Liverpool, or even Aston Villa, Chelsea fans would be begging for him. We would call him underrated. We would call him electric. We would say that's the type of winger we need. But because he's ours, the standard suddenly shifts. Maybe the issue isn't Neto's level. Maybe the issue is our expectations. And this leads perfectly into the next topic. Because when we talk about expectations, when we talk about trust, when we talk about selection decisions, we have to talk about what's happening on the left side of this team. Is this tactical intelligence or a silent statement from the manager? Let's be honest. If Liam Rosenior truly rated Garnacho, would Enzo Fernández be starting ahead of him on the left wing? Think about that carefully. Enzo is a natural central midfielder, a tempo controller, a build-up specialist, and yet he's being deployed wide left, and he's contributing goals, assists, discipline, tactical balance. He's looked comfortable. Now, credit where it's due. That shows flexibility. It shows intelligence. It shows Rosenior wants control in certain matches. But here's the deeper layer. When a manager repeatedly chooses a midfielder over a natural winger, it's rarely accidental. Managers show their thinking through team sheets. Either it's purely tactical, he wants balance, structure, compactness, pressing discipline, or he has seen enough from Garnacho in training and in matches to decide that he doesn't fully trust him in this system. Because if Garnacho was undeniable, if he was consistently forcing his way into the 11, no manager benches raw attacking talent easily. So what are we seeing? Is this Rosenior prioritizing control over chaos? Or is this a quiet message about where Garnacho stands in the hierarchy? This is where football becomes psychology. Because sometimes it's not about talent, it's about reliability. Sometimes managers choose predictability over flair, and sometimes it's simply about who fits the system. Under Rosenior, the team looks more fluid, more progressive. There's more emphasis on structured possession and intelligent spacing. When Enzo plays wide, it often allows better midfield rotations, overloads in half spaces, cleaner build-up patterns, defensive stability in transitions. But what you sacrifice is natural winger unpredictability. So the question becomes, what does this team need more right now? Structure or spontaneity? Because Neto gives you disruption, Garnacho gives you direct flair, Enzo gives you balance and control. And managers make choices based on what they value most. This is not random, it's intentional. What I find fascinating is this. Fans often scream for identity, for structure, for tactical clarity. But when a manager makes calculated structural decisions, we question it. This is football tension. We want chaos when we need a goal. We want control when we're under pressure. We want flair, but we also want stability. And balancing those elements is what separates good managers from elite ones. So let's recap. Pedro Neto is delivering 15 goal contributions, direct impact, and yet he's doubted. Meanwhile, Rosenior is making deliberate selection calls, sometimes choosing control over natural width. These are not small conversations. These are structural decisions about where this Chelsea team is heading. And here's what I'll say. If Neto continues producing, the narrative will change. And if Garnacho wants that left wing spot permanently, he has to make himself undroppable. Simple as that. Now, I want to hear from you. Are we underrating Pedro Neto this season? And what do you think is really happening with Garnacho? Tactical decision or lack of trust? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you subscribe to Josie Ho Chelsea Hub, hit that like button, and share this video with every Chelsea fan who loves real football conversation. This is where passion meets analysis. I'll see you in the next one. Up the Blues.